Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 16 of Tombstone TV. I'm your host, Bullet But Awesome, and you'll be happy as I am to see this guy making his way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is El Maestro. 2 weeks ago on Tombstone TV in an Intercontinental Championship qualification match, El Maestro took on St. James Park. In that combative effort, it was El Maestro that came out the victor. St. James lost. Next week, which was last week's episode of Tombstone TV, St. James Park demanded a rematch backstage with El Maestro, and El Maestro granted that matchup. St. James went on to defeat El Maestro, no problems there, but after the match, St. James had a vicious assault on El Maestro, sending him to the hospital, damaging his hip and leg. And now El Maestro has been cleared to compete this evening, and he has demanded his rematch with St. James Park. And here he is, folks, making his way to the ring from Newcastle upon Tyne, England. YouTube's favorite wrestler, St. James Park. This is the third meeting between these two competitors. Who has the ability to take the other one down? Who can get the definitive pinfall victory? Will we even see that tonight? I'm not sure what's going to happen here. It's all ahead of us here at Tombstone TV. We are on the road to the Masquerade Brawl. It is happening this weekend, folks. We have been building here for weeks. The card is not filled out. We have tag team matches tonight as St. James makes a drop kick and a big running elbow there to El Maestro. We have tag team matches tonight. We're going to find out the number one contenders for both the men's and women's tag team championships. That's ahead of us later on. St. James taking the fight to El Maestro, and a big sidewalk slam, taking him down. Look at this. That 360 sidewalk slam. Only good for the one count. El Maestro is not going to be taken out of the matchup this easy. St. James twisting El Maestro and dropping him flat on the back. Big right hand from El Maestro. Gonna teach the kid a lesson. Oh, big right hands, that chops, this disrespect, that running knee to the face. El Maestro takes St. James Park down. Stomp across the arm. This is a stacked night here. Tombstone TV, we have 7 matches, and this is only the first. As I'm saying, both tag team number one contenders will be decided this evening. Oh, look at that, wrenching away at the face. Oh, taking St. James Park down. We will see Dragon Noir in action later on this evening. He takes on Paddy Fields in his singles return match after coming back at the Contenders 4, and that didn't work out too well for him. Look at this springboard clothesline. El Maestro takes St. James Park down. So we're looking forward to that, seeing if Paddy Fields can get a win in the column, or will Dragon Noir get back to winning ways. We will also see Sweet Kenny Campbell, who has been challenged by Zachary Evans for a matchup tonight. After Zachary had a dominant display in Contenders 4. Oh my god! Springboard crossbody to the outside. Slingshot crossbody to the outside. El Maestro misses it. St. James Park gets out of the way, but cannot get out of the way of that neck breaker. El Maestro dropping St. James Park with the neck breaker. Zachary not impressed with Sweet Kenny Campbell's elimination of him in that Contenders match, and has demanded a matchup tonight. We're going to see that one too. That and loads more here on Tombstone TV. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this shock takedown. El Maestro ripping St. James Park to the floor, but St. James kicks out at 2. El Maestro looking to hit that schools out maneuver finish. St. James equally looking for his finishes, the Pachiti Club. Maybe the Ross Bottom. Sometimes he uses that Sam Driver. Oh, looking for a stunner attempt, gets out of it, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Ross Bottom, the King Ross Bottom, and he's got him down, 1, 2, and El Maestro kicks out at 2 from St. James Park, hitting that Ross Bottom. St. James is measuring him, and there he goes. He's got him. He's got him down with the running Pachiti club clothesline, and that's got to be, oh my God, El Maestro kicks out at 2. After the Ross bottom and the Pachiti club clothesline, El Maestro not happy to lose to St. James Park after that assault. Pride is on the line here on Tombstone TV. St. James Park, yup. St. James is climbing the turnbuckle. We don't often see James go to the top rope. He is stalking El Maestro. Gets him up and double axe handle off that top rope. The arrogance of youth, and dropping the elbow across the chest of El Maestro. El Maestro slides to the outside. Park goes to follow him, and then as Maestro turns to face Park, he slides back into the ring. El Maestro catching a breath outside. St. James won't let him. He takes the fight to him and gets grappled for his troubles. El Maestro sliding James in. He's going to sneak up behind him over the top rope and, grapple mid-ring. He's got him up on his shoulders and drops him snake eyes across that top rope. St. James choking El Maestro. Grabbed the throat and choking him. This guy is vicious. Now going for a cover off that choke. 1, 2, and El Maestro kicks out at 2. St. James again, seemingly going to the top rope. Off the top with that diving elbow. The arrogance of youth elbow, and El Maestro kicks out at 1. St. James Park can't believe it. He does not know what he has to do. And he goes there again. The second Pachiti club clothesline takes him down. 1, 2, and a kick out again at 2. El Maestro has a lot of fight left. And again, oh my God, he goes for that running arrogance of youth elbow and gets knocked. Oh my God, El Maestro with that code breaker. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Ladies and gentlemen, they're just going for a big hit after a big hit. St. James Park is a top rope arrogance of youth elbow, and he's gone for that running arrogance of youth elbow, and oh my God, he's just eaten the top rope crossbody and kicking out at 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say right now. Both of these guys are giving it their all because pride is on the line here. Tombstone TV. Neither man wants to lose. And both men are putting in a hell of a showing. El Maestro is measuring St. James. He hits him with that clubbing blow and driving the elbow into the side of the face. Driving the foot into the apron. St. James fights out 2 feet across the chest, managing to push El Maestro off. And St. James now measuring him. Oh my God. Chin breaker. Right hand. El Maestro's turned the tides here. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going for this rolling. Oh my God. Kick to the face. The innovative offense of El Maestro. Top rope. Stalking St. James. Measuring him. Off the top. And a top rope. Baymaster. Referee gets down. 1, 2, 3. El Maestro gets the victory. El Maestro just pinned St. James Park here live on episode 16 at Tombstone TV. Oh, El Maestro. The revenge was not enough. He got the victory. He has 2 victories over El Maestro, over St. James Park's 1 victory, but he's turned the tides. He's assaulted him back. This thing is probably not over. Ladies and gentlemen, El Maestro giving as good as he got, stomping across the chest of St. James Park after the bell. This won't be the end of this one. Thanks for joining us for part 1. Come back for part 2 here at Tombstone TV episode 16. Thank you. This is episode 16 of Tombstone TV, and this is part 2. This is gonna be a great matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. making his way to the ring. First, this is Prince Toro, former #1 contender for the CWS Heavyweight Championship. Prince Toro has not had many singles matches here at CWS. He's looking to change that. He won his Contenders match, Contenders 3. He lost his championship opportunity at the Eliminator to Major Attraction. We've seen him again in Contenders 4. He entered number 3 and was very quickly eliminated. Looking to make amends for that, Prince Toro has asked for a matchup, and who's he gonna face? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look. It's the Man Family Empire. This is Vincent Man alongside his brothers Kennedy and Mick. Man Family Enterprise. On your left in the suit is Vince Man, and it is he who is competing here tonight in singles action against Prince Toro. He has brought his brothers Kennedy and Mick with him, but it is Vince who is in competition here on Tombstone TV tonight. We saw Vince in that very same Contenders match, Contenders 4. He was not happy with his showing. Prince Toro not happy with his showing. These guys have asked for an opportunity to prove themselves to the fans, so he pitted them against each other. Vince Man with the lockup tosses Prince Toro into that corner. Picks him up single-handedly, runs him across the ring and spears Toro into that corner. Spearing the bull, that's gonna make him see red. Vincent now locking up with Toro. Gets him up for a sidewalk slam and drops Prince on his back. And a running clothesline takes Prince Toro over the top rope. Ladies and gentlemen, if you feel you haven't seen much out of Vince Man, you're gonna see that here tonight. Tossing Prince Toro around the ring and driving his foot into the chest of Prince Toro. Vince Man wears that suit jacket and tie to the ring, takes him off to reveal his own merchandise underneath. You gotta love it. Representing the Man Family Enterprise. Toro fights out. Big claps across the ears to Vince. Running shoulder tackle, can't take the big man down. Toro gets tossed over the top rope and out to the outside. Hits that floor hard. Oh my God, he just deadlifted him up over his head. It's his military press. And drops him flat on the outside. Your knees, your chest, bones connecting with the floor right there. That's a thin pad on the outside. Toro gets whipped back in. Vince up to the top rope. Look at the athleticism of Vince off the top. Oh, Vince going for that man elbow. The macho Vince Man elbow. Vince now taking the fight. Toro gets out of it. Reverse DDT taking Vince down. We've seen Mick hit that macho Mick Man elbow before. Looks like Vince does it too. Toro picking Vince up now. Oh my God, and just launches him. Bouncing off those ropes, sprinting to the floor. Kick out at one. Innovation. Crazy offense here by Toro. We haven't seen much of either of these competitors. This is a very fresh matchup. Oh my God. Follow slam. Toro back into the ring. Locks up with Vince. Tosses him off that rope. And look at this. Scoop slam. Scoop power slam. Taking Vince Man down. Toro again scooping him up with ease. Oh my god, no, reversal. Vince managed to shift his weight and get his chest across Toro. Brought all his weight down. Toro's ducking the punches, answering back, and again going for this demonstration of strength with this backbreaker to Vince. Toro now posing for the fans. They sure like this guy. Club and blow across the top of the head. Right, left, and a left again. Look at these punching combination here from Prince Toro. Oh my god, picks him up and drops him flat back across the mat, and Toro stomps the arm as Prince Toro climbs to the top rope. Vince is flailing about down there. Vince is getting up. Toro from the top rope with that diving shoulder tackle. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Vince. He somehow gets out of the pinning predicament. Kennedy and Mick on the outside watching on as brother Vince is facing off with Prince Toro. With these knees, these striking combinations, you never know which way Toro's going to hit you next. Prince Toro going for the cover off of that running knee to the face. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Vince McMahon. Vince shifts momentum, picked him up walking across the ring and drops him snake eyes across that top rope. Vince is going for the cover right in front of Kennedy and Mick, but Toro kicks out at 1. Club over the top of the head. Vince driving the face of Toro into his own knee. Vince up to that top rope. I think Kennedy and Mick are distracting Toro. Vince off the top rope with a diving shoulder tackle of his own. Toro right back up to his feet. Refs count only up to 2, and the boys are back in the ring. Toro catches Vince around the neck, tossing him around the ring. Toro with a spinning kick and a running knee to the face, again taking Vince McMahon down. 1, 2, that's it folks. 3, your winner in this singles competition here on episode 16, Tombstone TV, Prince Toro. Thank you for joining us here on Tombstone TV. Please come back for part 3, episode 16. We have a great matchup, a competition here ahead of us. We are getting close to the Masquerade Brawl. Like, share, subscribe. Join us here at Championship Wrestling Series for more great content like this. Share us with your friends, folks. Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, but I know you like that result. Prince Toro just beats Vince McMahon in front of his brothers. Moving on to part. This is part 3 of episode 16, Tombstone TV. We have singles action here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Making his way to the ring, always up for a fight. You know him well as the Walk and Spring Roll Express himself, Mr. Patty Fields. This guy works at the Walk and Spring Roll Express Chinese restaurant. There's a little bit of everything. There's loads of kids at home that feed, so he's working double duty as a pro wrestler. The Walk and Spring Roll Express himself, Mr. Patty Fields. Patty, always the professional, always very tired. Doesn't have any time for the fans. Patty is just here to get the check, and he knows that if he gets the wins, the checks will be bigger. The Walk and Spring Roll Express, Patty Fields. And his competitor this evening, first time seeing him back in singles action in a very long time. He's been away for a while and he has returned. Last time we saw him, the fans did not like him. He returned at Contenders 4 to a very positive reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dragon Noir. We hadn't seen Dragon in a very long time. We hadn't seen him since that feature shot title match he had with the Ultimate Ultimo Thunder, excuse me. Where Ultimo Thunder won the Future Shot briefcase. Dragon Noir has been away, and look at this! Straight away, springboard side kick to the face, takes Patty Fields down. Dragon Noir kicking away at Patty Fields, drop kicking the man. Gets him down, and Patty, the bigger man, manages to shrug him off with those big size 14 feet of his. Patty with the drop down, and oh my god, double underhook suplex. Taking Dragon down. I was gonna say we hadn't seen Dragon in a long time. He returned number 10 at Contenders 4. Was unsuccessful. First man to be unsuccessful in winning the Contenders match from the number 10 position. Dragon has lost the last 2 of the matches he was in here at CWS. He's hoping to turn things around by taking on Patty Fields. Patty stomping away at the Dragon, driving the fist into the side of the face. The fans showing their support for Dragon by booing Patty. Look at him kicking the back of that arm. Patty mounting and just driving the fists home into the face of Dragon Noir. Patty goes for the cover. Ref down for the count. 1. Kick out at 1. Dragon rolls to the outside, but Patty won't let him catch a breath. He follows him straight out and drops a foot across the face of Dragon Noir. But Dragon kicks right back up, catches the punch, and is turning the tables here. Look at this snapmare takedown, runs through, and drop kick to the face of Patty Fields. Unique offense. Dragon Noir, then as I say it, he drops a stomp across the back of the arm of Patty Fields. You can have unique offense and the basics and fundamentals down too, ladies and gentlemen. Dragon Noir twisting the head of Patty Fields outside. Ref count up to 4 now. As Dragon Noir is just wearing down Patty Fields limb by limb. Knee to the back of Patty Fields. You can see the pain on his face for that one. Dragon Noir. Oh, he picks Patty up but gets caught with a Dragon leg screw. Patty whipping Dragon back into the ring and climbing straight up himself afterwards. And Patty, with this running knee to the face, takes Dragon Noir down. I think he might have cut him there. I think he's busted Dragon wide open. Patty taking the time to taunt, and Dragon again springboard off that second rope with a dropkick, taking Patty Fields down. The Dragon can fly, ladies and gentlemen. Showing us what he's all about here with this theatrical elbow. Dragon Noir. Oh my god, look at that. The Dragon can fly. He's taking him down. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this matchup, Part 3, Episode 16, Tombstone TV. Back on the path to glory, it seems. Victorious tonight, anyway. Dragon Noir. Go back for Part 4, Tombstone TV, Episode 16, ladies and gentlemen, for more great action just like this. This is Part 4, Episode 16, Tombstone TV. We have triple threat tornado tag team action here in the women's division. We're going to get a number 1 contender for the CWS women's titles. In this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, the winner will go on to the pay-per-view to face Faith and Grace Angels for those tag team championships. But first, we've got to find out who that number 1 contender is. Making her way to the ring first, Ms. Gale Force. Gale Force making it to the ring, individual to her partner for this evening. They're coming to the ring separately. They have formed a bond. This is a very new team that we're testing out here in CWS. They have asked for an opportunity to work together. They have registered as a team. Somewhat surprising union between Gale Force and her partner, on her way to the ring now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the firm fan favorite, Ms. Sandy Beach. Folks, this team it's brand new. They've never even teamed before. Not on the independents, not here at CWS. They asked for an opportunity. They've got put into this triple threat tag match. The team of Beach Force. I know, terrible name, but that's what they've decided to be called. Sandy Beach and Gale Force together as Beach Force. Might be a terrible name, but the fans love these two individuals. It's desperate to see them together, it seems. I hope that's still the case after this match. Maybe they can prove the doubters wrong and have a great showing. Maybe they have a great union. Safe to say I'm a little skeptical how they're going to win this one when they're up against these two teams. We're all about opportunity here at CWS. The crowd are readying themselves for the next tag team entrance. Gale Force and Sandy Beach are ready. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and gender neutral people. This is the team of the First Response. Nurse Deceased leading the pack here, and Fire Person Sam at the back. Again, Fire Person Sam told me earlier today that if they win the championships, Nurse Deceased has agreed they will become the CWS Women's and Other / Gender Neutral Tag Team Championships. What would that mean for the CWS Women's Tag Team Division? Going forward, who knows? But we will see if that is something we have to deal with in the future. The second entrance in this matchup, the team of the First Response. As we await the third team in this triple threat tornado tag team matchup. This thing is going to be wild, ladies and gentlemen. There's no doubt about it. Fireperson Sam and Nurse Deceased awaiting. You know them well. It's the team of Jazz Dancer and her sister Private Dancer. These sisters are like chalk and cheese on the outside, but they are an absolute fantastic wrestling unit. Jazz Dancer here, you can see her right in front of you. And Private Dancer in the ring. The Dancer sisters. They lost to the Angels before at the Eliminator. They're hoping for another opportunity at those titles, but to do so they have to beat the competition. They have to prove that they are in fact worthy. So we've got three teams vying for the number one contender spot, vying for an opportunity on pay-per-view. They are vying for a shot at the CWS Women's Tag Team Championships at the Masquerade Brawl this weekend on pay-per-view and on YouTube for free. Join us. The ref rings the bell, all 6 competitors in. This is Tornado Tag Rules. This thing's going to be chaos as Private Dancer drops Gale Force with a sidewalk slam and goes for the cover. Fireperson Sam breaks up the count, and then Sandy Beach goes for a count on Nurse Deceased, and that gets broken up. Private Dancer drops Fireperson Sam with a DDT, and Gale Force hits Private Dancer with a stroke. Sandy Beach now Hurricane Rana's Jazz Dancer as Nurse Deceased picks Gale Force up and just drops her. Fireperson Sam to the outside, gets a kendo stick. All things are legal here. Fireperson Sam whipping Private Dancer with the kendo stick, turns her attention to Gale Force and whips her with the 2. Private Dancer egging on the crowd here. Private Dancer dropped with that chokehold as Jazz Dancer turns the tides on Sandy Beach. And now the Dancer Sisters taking the fight to Fireperson Sam. Jazz hits that running bulldog. Lock up. Gail kicking the life out of Private Dancer, and Fireperson Sam throws Jazz to one corner, clotheslines Gail to another, and then runs over to Sandy Beach. Private Dancer with a big spine buster to Sandy Beach. Nurse DC's taking the fight to Gale Force. Nurse DC stomping the inside leg of Gale Force as Gale slides to the outside. Nurse DC's to the top rope. What's she looking for? Nah, she gets right back down. Takes the fight to Private Dancer with that clothesline. Sandy Beach now fighting Fireperson Sam in the corner. Grabs them by the ankles and drops them flat across the back. Oh, Jazz Dancer picks Sandy Beach up for a power bomb. Very hard to do in stilettos. Private Dancer to the top rope. Oh, thrown off the top of Gale Force as Jazz drops Nurse Deceased on the top turnbuckle, Snake Eye style, and then Gale whipping Jazz down and goes for a springboard dropkick. Gale Force on fire in the center of the ring. Nurse Deceased now sneaking up behind Gale where his attention is on Jazz. Oh, and as D whips Gale to the corner, Jazz meets her with a dropkick. Now a clothesline. All these competitors beating the stuffing out of each other here for an opportunity at the women's tag team titles. Nurse Deceased, big power slam, taking Sandy Beach down. 1, 2, and a kick out Sandy Beach, dead center of the ring. Nurse Deceased turns her attention to Private Dancer right in the center of the ring, and a big scoop slam. Private Dancer now to the outside. Nurse Deceased turns her attention. Look at this. Belly to back. Dropper right there. Deceased is on fire. Look at this gut wrench. And oh, Gale. Look at that. Innovative offense here by Gale Force taking Nurse Deceased down. The Dancer Sisters on the outside both taking the fight to Fireperson Sam. Not watching what's going on in the ring. Gale takes D down. Oh, Private Dancer eats a code breaker on the outside. Jazz hits a chin breaker on the outside as Gale Force goes for a cover. Refs count up that 2 and Nurse Deceased kicks out. Jazz with that big slap to Fireperson Sam and a spinning neck breaker takes them down. Jazz driving the punches into the face of Fireperson Sam, and Gale taking the fight out of Jazz Dancer whips her into the corner. This thing is pandemonium. Gale Force now to the top rope. He's got Jazz up there. What's going to happen here? Look at this. Top rope Hurricane Rana from Gale Force. Superheroes can fly. Private Dancer, sidewalk slam with Sandy Beach outside on the floor. Fireperson Sam turns the tides on Gale Force. Hits Gale Force with the spine buster. And now the first response have all that power. Fireperson Sam with an it factor to Gale Force as Nurse Deceased has Jazz Dancer in a chin lock. Goes for that knee and misses. Sandy Beach on the outside gets a running bulldog on Private Dancer. Fireperson Sam gets a 1 count and a kick out by Jazz Dancer. Gale Force goes for that drop kick, but it's blocked. Nurse DC saw through it. Now Gale Force, oh my god, taking the fight to Fireperson Sam. Is Gale Force going to fly again? Gale Force off the top rope, goes for a Hurricane Rana, but Fireperson Sam caught her with a big power bomb. Fireperson Sam caught Gale Force off the top rope with a power bomb. Jazz sneaks in behind, gets Gale Force up and drops them with the sidewalk slam. Meanwhile, Private Dancer on the outside, beating the stuffing out of Sandy Beach. Jazz won't let Gale get the cover on Fireperson Sam, and there a Hurricane Rana of her own. Gale Force, we've got Jazz and Fireperson Sam in the center of the ring. Jazz is telling the crowds this is it. Private on the outside, locked up with Gale Force, gets her into a suplex, but no, Gale is out, hits the chop block. Sandy Beach thrown. DDT by Gale. This thing is crazy. Sandy is down. Jazz has fireperson Sam right where she wants them. And the top rope leg drop. Jazz Dancer connects. We've got a 1, 2, and Deceased gets in before the 2 to break it up. Fireperson Sam is lucky to still be in this thing with Deceased saving them. Fireperson Sam now pushes Gale Force away. Deceased dragging Jazz. Fireperson Sam dragging Gale Force. Took too much time. Jazz got to the outside. Look at the strength of Private Dancer. The running power slam to Sandy Beach. Chokehold slam here. Two-handed chokehold slam. Fireperson Sam to Gale Force out to the outside. Now we've got the team of First Response and the Dancer Sisters in the ring. Fireperson Sam was in a sleeper, but Private Dancer had to let that one go and Deceased with all her attention on her. Sandy with a drop kick to Jazz Dancer. Gale Force measuring Fireperson Sam on the outside. Got her down with that crucifix. Deceased going for the cover. We got a 1 and a kick out at 1 by Private Dancer. Nurse Deceased summoning all the strength she can get from the crowd. Private Dancer, is she going for that major power bomb? She learned that one from our heavyweight champion. Major retraction and a big chokehold drop. This thing is all breaking down. Everyone's in and around the ring. We got Jazz and D now to the outside. D cracking Jazz over the head with that kendo stick. Running bulldogs from that top rope. Spring Road assisted bulldog from Sandy Beach. Fireperson Sam goes for Gale but doesn't know Sandy's there. Sandy with a running bulldog. Oh my god. Gale Force and Sandy have Fireperson Sam right where they want them. And as I say it, Fireperson Sam gets Gale up in an electric chair drop. Fireperson Sam now taking the fight to Sandy Beach with another electric chair drop. And Sandy catches Gale in the corner with that running boot. Woo woo, you know what that boot was. Elbow to the inside of the leg. Fireperson Sam. Oh, taking too much time. Gale gets a kick to the face. Gale is summoning all her strength, getting her from the crowd. And ain't that shoulder block. This thing is back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos is reigning all over the ring here at CWS. Nurse Deceased fighting a Private Dancer on the outside. Fireperson Sam with that discus punch taking Gale down. Private Dancer fighting a Nurse Deceased. Jazz clubbing away at Sandy with that kendo stick. And Jazz was too late to break up the fall. Your winner by pinfall. New number 1 contenders for the CWS Women's World Tag Team Championships. The team of the First Response, Nurse Deceased, and Fireperson Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to congratulate Fireperson Sam and Nurse Deceased for their victory. They are on their way to the Masquerade Brawl where they will fight Faith and Grace Angels for the CWS Women's Tag Team Championships. Will Fireperson Sam get their way? A chance to rename those championships? Let's find out at the Masquerade Brawl this weekend. Come back for part 5. Folks, this is part 5 of Tombstone TV episode 16. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us here. Please like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends, leave comments what you like below. Tell me what you like about this guy. Tell me what you don't like. This is the Golden Ace, Zachary Evans. We've seen Zach have an absolutely fantastic showing here at Contenders 4. Came in midway through that Contenders match and he eliminated Wrench, who is a massive, massive man. Zachary had a few eliminations under his belt. He really thought he had this thing coming. He might have taken Sweet Kenny Campbell a little too lightly though, because once Kenny got Zach to the outside in the apron, he caught him in that neck breaker, which springboarded Zach off the apron into the floor. Zachary Evans losing his opportunity at Major Attraction at the Masquerade Brawl, losing his opportunity at the Heavyweight World's title here at CWS. He's not happy about it, so he asked for a matchup with Sweet Kenny Campbell. After all he saw online about Kenny Campbell having his number, Zachary wants to prove that's not the case. And Sweet Kenny Campbell was only too happy to oblige because he thinks he does. He's got his number. Ladies and gentlemen, on your right in the pink leather, we have Sweet Kenny Campbell with his bandmate Nick Sparks. These guys representing the rock band Wild Tiger. The resident rock band here at CWS. Wild Tiger looking to ride again. Will Sweet Kenny Campbell defeat Zachary Evans? Or will Zachary get his revenge against Sweet Kenny Campbell? Let's find out next on CWS Tombstone TV. Referee's ready and rings the bell. Zachary Evans running shoulder block, but Sweet Kenny Campbell kind of dodges that one. Kenny's got Zach up and a little sidewalk slam. We got a 1 and a kick out at 1. The disrespect to think you get a cover off of the first maneuver in a match. Sweet Kenny Campbell is getting in the head of Zachary Evans, and it seems to be working because Zach's gone right after Kenny with these rights. These elbows and fists to the face and the chest and the back and the elbow across the back. Zachary Evans flexing and showing the crowd what he's about. Neckbreaker by the Golden Ace. And a stomp across the face. Speaking of the face, just dragging Kenny Campbell's face across that mat. Zachary Evans climbing to the outside only to climb back in. Just to prove he can, it seems. Kenny Campbell, is he going to go for that neckbreaker? No, Zachary Evans fights out for a big right hand from Sweet Kenny Campbell. And he's got a sleeper locked in. Oh, he's really got it locked in. He's got it cinched in. Drops to the back. Is Zachary out? No, he's fighting his way out of this one. Look at it, driving his head into the face of Sweet Kenny Campbell, and he's going for the cover. Kick out at 1 by the front man of Wild Tiger. Oh, a kick up by Sweet Kenny Campbell. He's got up, elbow to the back of Zach. And look at this running elbow again into the corner, into the turnbuckle, and the stomps across the gut of Zachary Evans. We've seen this vicious streak out of Sweet Kenny Campbell before. He can be all but sweet. This guy can be very, very bitter when he wants to be. Look at that top rope leg drop as if he flew through the air. Flying Tiger over here. And a knee to the face of Zachary Evans. Kenny Campbell takes him down. Look at the footwork. Sweet Kenny Campbell's, oh my God, through the second and third ropes. Sweet Kenny Campbell with a suicide dive. The Tiger flies again. And look at the disrespect. Scraping the face across the floor, much like Zachary just did to Kenny a moment ago in the mat. Zachary up against the barricades, and Kenny driving elbow into the back of Zachary Evans. Zachary's had enough. He whips Kenny into the side of that apron and gets back into the ring, only to break the count, go back outside. Zachary Evans, not waiting for Sweet Kenny Campbell to join him in the ring, throws him in and then takes the time to taunt. Zachary running power slam on the outside. Sweet Kenny Campbell kicks right back up. No soul that. Absolutely ridiculous scenes. Kenny Campbell dropped across the top of the barricade right in front of those fans. And a stomp across the chest. Zachary whipping Kenny Campbell into that barricade again and again, running him back first into that barricade. Zachary Evans whipping and chopping and clubbing away at Sweet Kenny Campbell, picks him up and drops him back across those steps. I think he clipped the corner of the steps there. Zachary gets back into the ring of Sweet Kenny Campbell out on his feet. Zach breaks up the count and chop blocks Kenny. He wants to beat Kenny Campbell, not by a count out, not just an elimination in a match. He wants to pin him. He wants to make him submit. A clear victory. He's not going to take the count out, it seems. Sweet Kenny Campbell picking Zachary up. And a big-time sit-out powerbomb on the outside. Absolutely rocks Zachary Evans. Sweet Kenny Campbell, that would have been enough. He's now whipping him into the barricade. And again into the other barricade. And a third whip into the barricade. Zachary Evans is literally running away from Sweet Kenny Campbell. Back into the ring. Refs count up to 8. And now Zach gets in and out. This thing's like the hokey pokey. Kenny Campbell whips Zachary into that turnbuckle. And that elbow. Again, disrespecting Zachary Evans with this big flat back bump. And he goes for the cover off of that. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by the Golden Ace, Zachary Evans. Zachary up on the apron. Kenny Campbell now catches him, and he gets him with that slingshot stunner, launching Zachary off, quite reminiscent of how he eliminated him from the Contenders match. Sweet Kenny Campbell in the air. Oh, he goes for a clothesline from the top rope, gets caught by Zachary Evans, turns it into a 180 power slam. Zachary Evans caught him mid-air, tosses him back into the ring. Zachary Evans measuring, and he gets the spear on Sweet Kenny Campbell. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Sweet Kenny Campbell somehow had the wherewithal to kick out at 2 after Zachary Evans' golden spear attempt. A kick to the gut. Zachary's got him up for a sit-out power bomb. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Zachary Evans shows the front man of Wild Tiger, Sweet Kenny Campbell, how to do the sit-out powerbomb. Don't disrespect me with my own move. Your Golden Ace, your winner. With a modicum of revenge here, it seems. You best take this guy seriously, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here. Part 5. Episode 16 of Tombstone TV. Victorious tonight, Mr. Zachary Evans. Welcome back for your semi-main event of the evening. Tombstone TV episode 16, part 6. After his shock victory last week over Travis the Savage Sanchez, Eli Valentine is challenging the number 1 contender for the CWS World's Heavyweight Championship. Eli, again with major attraction to CWS World's Heavyweight Champion in his side. Much like last week, Eli believes he has the power to beat Marshall Harts. Marshall, who's the new coach, mentor of Travis the Savage Sanchez, gladly accepted this. He calls this a warm-up match, and he's going to use this match to show Travis where Travis went wrong last week against Eli Valentine. Eli getting a little bit cocky, thinking he's got the help and the tutelage of Major Attraction. He's all too happy to get this matchup. Major Attraction was backstage earlier telling Eli to calm down. He's going to scout out Marshall Harts. He's going to be there in the corner. Want to see how this thing plays out. Between Marshall Harts and Eli Valentine. Marshall, such a pro, he's even letting Savage take the limelight here. Marshall knows his moments at the Masquerade Brawl. Travis is going to be on the outside for the first time here in Tombstone TV. This is going to be an interesting matchup. It's a great scouting opportunity for Major Attraction. It's a great scouting opportunity for me and for you fans at home watching. We haven't got to see much out of Marshall Harts. He's been in the corners and he's won that Contenders match. Contenders 4, hence his title opportunity coming this weekend at the Masquerade Brawl. He will be in your main event. He will be challenging for the City West World Heavyweight Championship, and he will be opposite Major Attraction. But tonight, he's going to take on Eli Valentine. Travis seems reluctant to leave the ring. Eli's warming up. Marshall readying himself too. The referee is ready, rings the bell, and here we go. Eli Valentine straight after Marshall Harts with some chops and an uppercut, taking Marshall down immediately. And look at this. Belly to back overhead suplex. Eli Valentine. Oh, spinning heel into the gut of Marshall, and he's picked him up. Look at this driver he's got. He's trying to end this thing early. The Valentine's Day driver, 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Marshall Harts, who might be feeling like he's taking Eli a little too easily here. Look at Eli taking him down with that shin kick. Backflip. Oh my God, overhead suplex again. Eli Valentine, with the power of Major Attraction in his corner, seems to be channeling some new type of fire right now. Stomping away at the back of Marshall Harts. Marshall pulling himself up off the ropes, and Eli measuring him. Eli goes for that clothesline over the top rope and gets drop toe holded for his pleasure. Marshall taking the fight to Eli now, choking him across the second rope, driving the knee into him, quick punches and a quick fire DDT to Eli Valentine, taking him down. Referee gets to a count of 1 and a kick out by Valentine. Eli kicks Marshall in the face, taking him down, and now mounts him, and he's got these clubbing left hands. Stomp across the chest. Marshall rolling through on that one. Some right hands of his own. Marshall Harts with Eli in the corner. No, Eli playing possum, turns the tide. Look at this clothesline to the back of the head. Referee's down 1. Eli frustrated with the 1 count. Major Attraction on the outside, happy with what he sees so far. Marshall whips Eli to that corner. And Eli fights his way out of it, driving the shoulder into the gut of Marshall Harts, who is not looking great in this matchup. Eli looks fantastic, but is Eli going to burn himself out as the referee gets down for the count of 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Marshall Harts. Eli telling the referee to count faster. Major Attraction's not too happy with that. Oh, look at that for a picture-perfect drop kick from Eli Valentine, taking Marshall Harts down. The quickness of Eli. Oh, but Marshall gets out of that one. Makes Eli eat a fist. Eli fighting back with a kick of his own and a slap across the mush of Marshall Harts. Eli's measured him, jumping up 2 feet across the chest, driving Marshall Harts down. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. 1 and a rope break. This is the experience that Marshall has, the ring awareness. He knows his positioning. He got to that rope just at the count of 1, and now he's taking these low kicks to the legs and a right hand. Just when you go low, that's when he goes high, hitting Eli with that German suplex of his own and a knee to the face of Eli Valentine. It looks like Marshall has seen enough, talking trash on the outside of Major Attraction. Takes the fight to Eli on the floor and hits him with that stroke-like maneuver, taking him down, kick to the face. Twists the arm and kicks the guts of Eli. Marshall throwing Eli back into the ring as the referee makes a count of 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your semi-main event, Marshall Harts versus Eli Valentine. And coming up in your main event of the evening, we have got the team of Big and Tall versus Lock and Load for the #1 contenders for the CWS World's Tag Team Championships, who will go on to face Daryl and World Walkers Undead this weekend at the Masquerade Brawl. Find out later on tonight in part 7 of episode 16 Tombstone TV, as we are here live watching Eli Valentine punch his way out of that submission predicament from martial arts. Eli drops down and goes for a knee to the gut of Marshall. Eli says that's it, slaps the mat, measures Marshall, uppercut, chop, kick, and an open hand slap. Eli with his elbow to martial arts. Oh, and look at this, tossing Eli into that corner and stomping the face. Martial Arts is locking in. There, he's got this crossface locked in. Martial Arts has seen enough. He's got a crossface locked in on Eli Valentine. This guy has mastered many fighting styles. Will the crossface be enough? Eli, pulling at the fingers, breaks out of the hold. Gets Marshall on his back and gets a few punches in. Eli Valentine. Look at that, driving the knee into the face as Travis the Savage looks on at his mentor in a seemingly a losing effort here to Eli Valentine. Eli now measures him over the top rope with a somersault. Didn't get all of it. He landed hard on his lower back, we'll say. Marshall got clipped by the foot on the way down and he dropped into the barricade. This thing has not gone the way either man has played out in his head, but I think Eli has the upper hand here against the number 1 contender for the CWS World Heavyweight Championship. Marshall gets the clothesline. Eli took too long. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Martial Arts catches Eli unawares. Eli thought he had it. Eli was being too cocky, and Marshall gets him with the clothesline. That's it. Eli's rocked. Marshall gets the victory. We've seen a lot out of him. What has major attraction gleaned from this one? Will he be prepared for the man on the night, or will Martial Arts claim another scalp on the night? Will he defeat Major Attraction and become the next CWS World Heavyweight Champion? Find out at the Masquerade Brawl this weekend. But before that, join us for tonight's main event where we find out the number 1 contenders for the CWS World Tag Team Championships. Will it be the team of Big and Tall or the team of Lock and Load? Find out with me. Let's find out together. Coming up next here at Tombstone TV. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This is part 7, episode 16 of Tombstone TV. We're going to find out who are your new number 1 contenders for the CWS World Tag Team Championships. Winner of this matchup will go on to face Daryl and Merle, the Walkers, on dead for those CWS World Tag Team Championships at the Masquerade Brawl pay-per-view this weekend. Introducing first in the finals of this tag team tournament. On your left, the Tower of London, Big Ben, and his tag team partner, Royal Albert Tall. The team of the Purebloods, the team of Big and Tall. Thank you, Sean Shaunerson. Shout out to Carl Briscoe Regan as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the team of Big and Tall. These guys were singles competitors who formed a bond, formed a union. They have taken their tag team prowess through this tag tournament and they have reached the finals. Will we have new number 1 contenders here at CWS? These guys went from having the fans hating them, they were vilified, to the cheers. Listen to the cheers of the crowd as they make their way to the ring. It's what they do between the ropes has turned these guys babyface. The fans really enjoying the work of Royal Albert Hall and the Tower of London, Big Ben. They've had absolute wars with Dos Bestias Locas in particular recently. But this is fresh competition for them here at the finals of the CWS World Tag Team Title Tournament. Tower of London and Royal Albert Hall get ready to face the team of Bobby Locke and Tommy Lode. The other finalists in this tag team tournament, Locke and Lode. These guys here to officiate and deal justice, or so they say. Doesn't seem to always be the case. Sometimes there's tampering with the evidence. There's rules that are bent and broken in their favor. Evidence gets hidden. But the Masquerade Brawl looms. It's closer than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, your final matchup of this evening. This will determine the shape of the card this weekend at the Masquerade Brawl. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word right now that on the show we will have El Maestro again against St. James Park. Both men stormed into the office of management earlier, individually demanding a pay-per-view matchup. And after the vicious assaults by both men, that match has been finalized. The bell rings and here we are. Royal Albert Hall with that German suplex straight out the gate to Tommy Lode, and that clothesline taking him down. Royal Albert Hall with another German suplex to Tommy Lode. Look at this torque in the arm, bringing the man down, and he stomps across the back of the arm, and he misses that next stomp. Tommy Lode up, kick to the gut, and a neck breaker to Royal Albert Hall. Tommy Lode taking Royal Albert Hall down, and again with a clothesline. Right hand, stomp across the chest, and a punch from left, and look at that, just smashing the face into the mat. Tommy Lode dragging Tall over to the Locke and Lode's corner, where he makes the tag to Bobby Locke. Look at this for some tag team offense here. Double arm drag takeover. Royal Albert Hall pops right back up to his feet. Bobby Locke whips him. And another arm drag takeover. Big Ben reaches for the tag and can't make it. Bobby Locke heading back to his corner, makes the tag to Tommy Lode. So we'll have the winner of this versus Daryl and Merle, the Walkers Undead, for the tag titles. El Maestro versus St. James Park has also been confirmed. We are going to have, as Tommy Lode hits a DDT and a cover, we've got a breakup before the count of we've on one. Tower of London saw enough, got it and broke that one up. We're going to have a women's Masquerade Brawl. The winner of the Masquerade Brawl on the pay-per-view will go on to next month's pay-per-view, and they will challenge for the women's titles as a springboard stunner over the top rope to the outside there from Tommy Lode to Tower of London. Big Ben. Bobby Locke goes for a big boot and misses. Royal Albert Hall gets the submission locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Masquerade Brawl, we're also going to see Hardy Boy defend his title against the former champion Dr. Dermot Allergy. We'll have an 8-man, that's right, 8-man Intercontinental Masquerade Brawl. The winner of that match will go on to face Fabian Niels for that Intercontinental Championship as Royal Albert Hall makes the tag to Big Ben. Big Ben whips Bobby Locke, and look at this, easily 22 feet in the air, launching Bobby Locke towards the skylights. And a discus punch from Big Ben. The Tower of London takes Bobby Locke down. After the Intercontinental 8-man matchup, it's 8-man because El Maestro qualified, but he's pulled himself from the match in a twist to take on St. James on the pay-per-view. So we will have 8-men. Winner of that goes on to face Fabian Niels later on in the night. They will wrestle twice. They want the opportunity to the title. It should be worth it. Big Ben absolutely decimating Bobby Locke in the middle of the ring here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll also have the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line, facing Great the Angels versus the team of First Response, that's Nurse Deceased and Fire Person Sam for those titles. In the main event for the Women's Championship match, we'll have Wildcat Kitty Richards take on Big Time Aerial Wrestler. We will also have Your main event of the evening, Major Attraction versus Martial Arts for the CWS World's Heavyweight Championship. And I'm also being told Yamamoto demanded a match with Wrench at the pay-per-view, but he's lost. He lost to Jackson Gage Harris. He was told he can't touch Wrench until after the pay-per-view, after the Masquerade Brawl, so he has demanded a match with both Torque and Gage. It's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match on the pay-per-view as well. Torque and Gage from the Grim Reapers. As Big Ben hits a leg drop, 2, and Load somehow gets the weight of Big Ben off him. That's right, folks. Our first handicap match here at CWS. We're going to have Torque and Gage of the Grim Reapers versus Yamamoto. No doubt Wrench will be watching somewhere, whether he be ringside or backstage. Yamamoto on his quest for vengeance against the Reapers. So that's our stacked card for the Masquerade Brawl, ladies and gentlemen. There might be more added. Who knows? Card is always subject to change. Last thing is yet to be decided. Will it be Lock and Load or Big and Tall who take on the Walkers? And look at the athleticism of Big Ben taking Tommy Load down with that crucifix. He's now stalking him. Big Ben got Tommy up. One arm and just running power slam. Big Ben takes Tommy Load down as Bobby Locke looks on. And Tommy Load somehow, some way kicks out of that one. The Tower of London is beside himself. The fans are chanting tag team wrestling. That's what we're all about here at CWS. Pleasing the audience. So let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like in the comment sections down below this video. Share with your friends. Like, subscribe. Follow the channel. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and on X. Big Ben goes for a double knees into the corner. Tommy Load gets out of the way. Tommy Load turns Big Ben round and he's carrying him back, dragging him into Bobby Locke and Load's corner. There goes the tag. Bobby Locke now with the legal man. Tag team offense again. That double arm drag we saw earlier against Royal Albert Hall has now struck Big Ben. Bobby Locke taking the fight. Look at this clubbing blow to the back. And Royal Albert Hall punching Bobby Locke. Bobby's not having it. He's grabbed Royal Albert Hall, drags him in, eats a punch to the face for his troubles. Big Ben dragging Bobby Locke to the Big and Tall corner. No one there to make the tag. Big Ben running kick to the face of Bobby Locke. Look at him catching him by the head and just all the weight across and dragging him down. Referee's got the cover. Kick out at 1 by Bobby Locke. This is what the CWS Tag Team titles mean to these teams, folks. They won't stay down. It's going to take more than that. Big Ben makes the tag. Royal Albert Hall now legal. He says this is it. He's got this. And immediately Bobby Locke grabs him and tosses him off the ropes. Bobby Locke drops down. And a elbow to the face of Royal Albert Hall. Tommy Load likes what he's seeing right now. Bobby bounces the head of Royal Albert Hall off the top turnbuckle. Gets an elbow out and eats a punch for troubles. Look at this punch and kicking combination. Bobby Locke is furious. Throwing everything that he's got at him. Tommy Load, now legal. Oh, look at that big back body drop from the two men. The cops have rocked Royal Albert Hall. Tommy Load measuring Royal Albert Hall on the apron. Big punch takes Royal Albert Hall down. Tall now seems to be locked on Bobby Locke. Load with these punches locked and loaded. Down for the cover. We got a 1. And Big Ben dives in and breaks up the count by falling across Tommy Load. Stomp the elbow into the mat. Load makes the tag. Bobby Locke now legal. This is for the CWS Tag Team titles, #1 contendership, folks. This means a lot to these teams. They get a chance at the titles on pay-per-view against Daryl and Merle Walker. Bobby's pumping the crowd up here. Catches the knee and drives it into the floor on the outside. Rest count up to 3. Bobby Locke bouncing all his weight across the lower back of Royal Albert Hall. Bobby picked Royal Albert Tall up and just left him get back into the ring. Tall following. Bobby Locke, he turned his attention to Tower of London. Clubs him into the back. Royal Albert Tall grabs Bobby Locke, drags him to the corner, and there's no one in the big and tall corner. Tower of London, Big Ben is outside, rocked on his feet, just swaying from side to side as Royal Albert Tall. Look at this German suplex throwing Bobby Locke from one end of the ring to the other. Stomping across the face of Bobby Locke. Royal Albert Tall now, he's locked in this crossface. It looks like he's got the crossface as Tommy Lode gets in and kicks Royal Albert Tall into the face to break up that submission maneuver. Royal Albert Tall gets Bobby up. Look at this. He's got a little package driver. He's taking him down. And it looks... Oh my God! Tommy Lode tried to break up the count but somehow couldn't. Bobby Locke gets pinned by Royal Albert Tall, and your winners, your new #1 contenders for the CWS World's Tag Team Championships. The team of the Purebloods, the team of Big and Tall. Royal Albert Tall and the Tower of London Big Ben will take on Daryl and Merle, the Walkers Undead, this weekend at the Masquerade Brawl for CWS World's Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I'm going to run through that card one more time. We've got CWS World's Tag Team Championships, Big and Tall versus Daryl and Merle Walker, the Walkers Undead. In the main event of the evening, we've got Martial Arts versus Major Attraction. We're going to have the Masquerade Brawl. We'll also have the winner of the Masquerade Brawl versus Fabi Nils for the Intercontinental Championship. For the CWS Women's Championship, we're going to have Wildcat Kitty Richards versus Big Time Aerial Wrestler. We're going to have Grace and Faith Angels versus the First Response. Yamamoto is going to take on in a 2-on-1 handicap matchup Torque and Gage of the Grim Reapers. We're going to have El Maestro versus St. James Park. Yup. And we're going to have a women's Masquerade Brawl. Winner of that will be #1 contender for a future shot at the CWS Women's title. There may be more. Who knows? Find out this weekend. Masquerade Brawl. Join us. Thanks for being with us this evening. Subscribe, like, share with your friends. I'll see you this weekend.